Everyone has to have food to stay strong and healthy. There are supermarkets in every town and city so that people can buy their food. But the people who come to supermarkets couldn't find the foods they need if someone didn't put things out for the shoppers to choose from. And if someone didn't mark the prices on the foods, shoppers wouldn't know how much they should pay for the things they buy. Working in a supermarket involves doing a number of different jobs, all of which require responsibility, the ability to follow directions clearly and carefully, and the desire to take pride in your work. If you work in a supermarket, you may be responsible for receiving the merchandise as it comes to the store. You may help unload boxes of yogurt from the truck. Once the yogurt is in the store, you may be responsible for marking the correct prices on the cartons. You may be responsible for seeing that the yogurt is put in the right place on the dairy shelves so shoppers can find it. Perhaps you will be responsible for assisting customers to purchase the things that they require. You can do any or all of these things if you are employed in a supermarket. Perhaps working in a supermarket is one of the many kinds of jobs you have thought you might like to try. No training program in a school can prepare you for working in a supermarket. But the supermarket will train you while you are working and while you are being paid to do the particular kinds of jobs that they have to offer. How can you find out whether you would like to work in a supermarket? How can you find out what working in a supermarket is all about? One of the ways you can find out about a supermarket is to visit one. The next time you go shopping, pay particular attention to the people who are working in the store. Look at the different jobs they are performing. Putting groceries in bags for the shoppers to carry. Stamping prices on bottles of orange juice. Stacking cartons in the back storeroom. Wrapping vegetables in see-through wrappers. Perhaps you know someone who is working in a supermarket. Ask him about his job. Ask how he started. Don't forget to talk to the people at the high school. Discuss your job idea with your teacher or your counselor. These people are prepared to help you and to advise you about yourself and about the different kinds of jobs you may be capable of handling. Perhaps you feel you would be interested in working in a supermarket. Your school can help you here, too. Your school might even be able to find a job for you. Many schools throughout the country are actually placing students in different jobs. They will go out looking for jobs that students such as you can be employed in. Are you prepared to come to work on time? Are you prepared to listen carefully when someone gives you instructions? Are you prepared to work with other people? If you think you are, and your counselors and teachers feel that you are, then they will make arrangements or help you to apply for a job. You will be interviewed by somebody in the supermarket, perhaps even the manager. He will discuss with you the job you will be hired to do, the hours you will have to work, and the pay you will receive for your job. If you are successful in the interview, you'll be ready to begin work. Then comes the training while you are on the job. The people who will be working with you and showing you the way the store likes to see things done know that you are new. You don't have to be afraid of these people. They expect you to make some mistakes at first. Don't be afraid to ask them questions. They are very much like your teachers in school. They are teaching you. The difference is, this time you are being paid for learning. Cleanliness is very important when there is food around. One of the first things you will learn is how to help the store clean. Not only the floors must be clean, the merchandise on the shelves must be dusted frequently. No one wants to buy a dusty bottle of juice. Everything you do requires care and responsibility. After you learn to receive merchandise, you must be careful that everything that the store ordered has been delivered. A mistake here could cost the store money. The store doesn't want to pay for merchandise it did not receive. Marking the merchandise with the correct price is important. The store could lose money and not be able to pay you for your work if the wrong price is put on the merchandise and not enough money is taken in. There is a right way and a wrong way to put merchandise on the shelves. You will learn to rotate stock. This means when new ketchup comes in, you put it at the back of the shelf and put the older bottles in front for people to take first. This way, none of the ketchup stays in the store too long. You may learn how to take inventory. This means making a list of everything the store owns. Not just the food that hasn't been sold, but the cash registers and the grocery carts and the scales, everything in the store. This is a useful skill, for businesses of every kind have to take inventories. You can use this skill even if you change jobs. These are only some of the different jobs that you can do in a supermarket. Many of the jobs in the supermarket require you to use your abilities. As an example, some kinds of merchandise has a code on it. Yogurt, for instance, has a coded date on the bottom. This code will tell you when the yogurt was made and when it will be too old to use and should be taken off the shelf. Fresh merchandise must continually be added, and older merchandise must be rotated so that the customers do not buy poor quality foods. Many kinds of merchandise, such as fresh vegetables, must be repacked before they can be displayed. You will have to learn how to clean and trim the merchandise properly. Package it properly. And price it according to its weight so shoppers will know what they are paying for. Bagging the groceries at the checkout counter is an important job that you can take pride in doing well. You have to know just how to do it. Your trainer will tell you never to put glass bottles together, for they might break. Customers will appreciate it if you don't put all the heavy things in one bag. That would make the bag too heavy to carry. Perhaps you will be taught to weigh meat and to help in the butcher department of the store. There are many jobs for you in a supermarket. The only handicap you will have to doing the job successfully is your own ability and the care that you take in your job. Many of the things you will learn in your training period will help you learn about the store. As an example, by receiving merchandise, you will learn about many of the different kinds of things that the store has to sell. By marking the correct prices on the merchandise and stocking the shelves, you will learn not only about the merchandise, but about the layout of the store. The more you learn about the store you work in, the more important kinds of jobs you will get. Your teachers and your counselors can discuss with you the things that you will talk about when you apply for a job. And perhaps of even more importance, the school can recommend to the supermarket that you are capable of the job and would be of value to that store. Working in a supermarket involves a number of different tasks, each of which requires responsibility and care. Perhaps working in a supermarket might be a job that you would find interesting. A guide for the teacher. Students have always worked part-time in supermarkets and department stores and have been accepted in these places in a variety of roles. While this is one of the areas of occupation that cannot be taught within a school setting, you can make the students realize that the tasks involved in these occupations are categorized and that they do not have to know the entire operation of a supermarket. Again, the realization that the tasks and opportunities within these places of employment are not beyond your students' ability is of extreme value to them and, of course, to you. The supermarket or department store is relatively unique among the occupations selected in this program. There is a progression that a student can make throughout a series of jobs depending on his own ability. The student can start out as a receiving clerk and move beyond that to the marking bench and learn how to mark and price merchandise. In carrying the merchandise from the marking bench to the outside sales area, he can come to understand the different departments and learn the prices within each. He can learn the types of materials and the lines carried, such as hard and soft goods. This ability will give him the opportunity to move from the stock room to the sales floor, opening up a different category of occupation and salary. On the sales floor itself, there are a number of jobs. The student can proceed to stock his own shelves, do his own ordering, be responsible for his own customer relations. There is an area of growth potential here depending upon the ability and social adeptness of the student. The realization that there is opportunity for success depending upon the student's own ability is extremely important.